From your course homepage, click the Grades button in the navigation drawer to the left of the page. Once your Grade Reporter page loads, click the Setup tab to customize how the gradebook is structured and how scores are aggregated. On the Setup tab, graded items are organized within a grade folder or category labeled with the name of your course. Graded items display vertically on the left and show their corresponding settings options and assign scores and weights under columns on the right. Begin by clicking the Edit menu under the Actions column to the right of the Master Course Gradebook category at the top of the page and select Edit Settings. This settings page is where you may enter a custom name of the gradebook if you please, and choose the overall aggregation method you wish to use to calculate the total course score. Click the Aggregation drop-down menu to select how course activities and subcategories will be calculated. Use the question bubble to the left of the drop-down for additional information on the aggregation types available. The recommended approach is natural, meaning that the gradebook total is determined by the sum of all grade values scaled by weight. In other words, each item will be naturally weighted in relation to others based on their maximum point value. While weighting is automatically and naturally assigned to begin with, you will always have the option to manually adjust any of the individual natural weights as needed under the Setup tab. After selecting your preferred gradebook aggregation method, click the Show More link below this setting to toggle whether to include empty grades in the overall gradebook calculation. If you choose to exclude empty grades by leaving the box checked, any course activities that students have not yet attempted will be omitted from the total course score. Please note, if you elect to include empty grades, students' scores will be negatively impacted by any graded activities for which they have not yet recorded a score. When satisfied, click the Save Changes button to apply your settings and to return to the Setup tab. You will see a Weights column to the right of the Setup tab listing the naturally assigned weights for each graded item. By default, weights are naturally adjusted against a 100-point scale and, unless customized, will automatically adjust accordingly as graded activities are added or removed. Next, consider if you need to create distinct gradebook categories in which to group select graded items that in turn should collectively represent an assigned weighted portion of the overall course grade, such as class exams, quizzes, or homework. To create a category, scroll down to the bottom of the gradebook setup page and click Add Category. Enter a preferred name for the category, and then use the Aggregation drop-down menu to select how the activities within this individual category will be calculated. As for the overall gradebook aggregation, applying a natural approach for the category is recommended. Choose to either automatically and naturally weigh this category against existing weights in the gradebook by default, or enter an assigned weight of your choosing to this category. When finished, click the Save Changes button at the bottom of the page. Now, back on the Gradebook Setup tab, you can identify your new category by looking for the folder icon to the left of its name. You will also now find this new category available for selection in the Settings page of any graded course activity you subsequently create or edit to ensure it is aggregated in the appropriate grade category. You may move select items in or out of categories at any time by checking the selection box to the right of the activity under the Select column, scrolling to the bottom of the page, and using the Move Selected Items To drop-down menu to select the appropriate category. Upon selecting the parent category, your page will automatically refresh to reflect your changes. Alternatively, you may move any individual gradebook item by clicking the arrow or Move button to its left. The Setup page will refresh, displaying slot locations above and below each gradebook item to which you may click to move the applicable item. When using the natural aggregation approach, you may adjust any individual activities or categories' weights at any time by clicking the checkbox to the left of its weight field to unlock it, entering in the desired value, and then clicking Save at the bottom of the page. As you add more categories and move activities into them, here are a few tips to help you visually track and validate your adjustments. The name of your course is the default name of your gradebook, always shown at the top of the grade setup page. Any activity or category within your gradebook displays indented and underneath the course name. If you have categories created within the grade report, you can visually discern it and its contents by hovering your mouse pointer over the name of the category. This highlights its border, revealing where it begins and ends in addition to the activities that it contains. The same sequence of categories and items adjusted within the Settings tab will always reflect within your grader report and individual student user reports. Should you wish to calculate any individual grade item as extra credit only, you may specify this within the item's settings by clicking the Edit menu to its right and selecting Edit Settings. Scroll as needed to the Parent Category section and select the checkbox to the left of Extra Credit. In doing so, the item's maximum points or weight will not be included in the gradebook's or category's total, and any achieved points on behalf of your students will be considered as extra or bonus points. The gradebook can be a complex tool to use. If you need further assistance, please do not hesitate to contact our technical support team.